All right, Thomas Apodaca here with another kettlebell technique video for you today. This one is huge. This is the kettlebell clean. All right, the clean is important to get the bell up with one arm from the floor to the rack position. To press it, to squat it, to do whatever you're going to do with the kettlebell, you got to know how to clean it properly. This is one of the most horribly done exercises I see. People don't know how to do it, so I'm teaching you how to do it correctly, all right? You shouldn't bang your forearms. You shouldn't bang anything. It should be nice and smooth, all right? So the focus here, this is one of my, I think, most important exercises with the kettlebell, one of the most important kettlebell exercises, because you need to learn how to get that bell up without, like I said, banging your wrists, banging your joints, doing it improperly, all right? So first thing is the setup. I got my 5-step system, of course, with every kettlebell exercise. So, setup. You want that bell by the side that you're going to clean it up, all right? So just like similar to one-arm deadlift, all right, bell's by my right side, so I can deadlift that bell up. I'm going to have it on my right leg so I can clean the bell up on the right side, all right? And that's where the deadlift comes in. That's why it's important to know how to do the one-arm deadlift, all right? Because we're taking that power from the deadlift and we're transitioning it, we're transferring it to clean the bell up, all right? So as you clean that bell, or as you deadlift that bell, you're pulling that elbow back and you're letting the bell roll around. That's the key here to the kettlebell clean, key to the clean. So this is how you do it. You start with the one-arm deadlift, all right? So setting up that deadlift, again, bell's going to be on this side by this leg, the right leg, or bell, it could be left, whatever you're cleaning it on. So you're deadlifting power. All right, that's where your power comes from, your glutes and hips. All right, it's all right. Once you have that power down, you have to have the power first in order to do this clean. This is a dead stop clean, dead, straight from the floor. There is a swing clean, but first you need to know the fundamentals of the dead stop clean before we add the swing clean. All right, so once you have that deadlift down, what do we do next? This is the tricky part. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. All right, you want that bell to roll around your forearm, all right? You don't want it coming up because eventually what happens, boom, right there on the forearm, it's gonna slam your forearm, all right? So I see a lot of this, and I'll do this with the light bell because you should not do improper technique with a heavier bell. Not this is heavy, but this is, you know, this is what you don't wanna do, all right? This is what I see a lot of. Clean it, and then boom, see how it hits my forearm? See how the bell's flipping up? And then the wrist is another issue. We'll get to that. Pull, okay? This is incorrect. You don't want that bell coming like this. That's not what you're doing, all right? Let me show you what you do, all right? So instead of that bell flipping around, what you're gonna do as you power up through the one-arm deadlift, you're gonna pull that elbow back and let the bell roll around. You're going to roll your wrist around and the bell is going to look nice and smooth. Watch this. Different from that one. It's going to look smooth and should roll around nice and smooth and land into that nice rack position. All right, so hip power, glute power, rolling, pull that elbow back, and it rolls around. All right, I'll show you from the front. So deadlift. Use that power, and I'm going to transfer it. I'm in the rack position, all right? Let it down, set up, deadlift. There it goes. See how it's rolling around? The bell's rolling down, it's not flipping on top. That's the key. That's the most smart thing you need to remember is bell rolls, it does not flip, okay? So what I suggest practicing is one-arm deadlifts. First, get that down, get a couple of these reps. And then when you're ready, you just pull that elbow back, roll it around, and there's your clean, all right? Practice that. Let me shoot you from the side. All right, so watch the elbow pull back. Watch my elbow. So, sitting up from that deadlift, come down. Couple deadlifts, 1, 2. Now the elbow comes back, bell rolls around. 3. What happened? Bell rolled around, didn't bang my forearm, all right? So, deadlift, pull that elbow back, okay? So once you explore that power from the glute, you're transferring energy by pulling the elbow back, loosen up grip, and the bell's gonna roll around. Let your wrist, let it roll on the wrist, all right? It's a slight rotation of the wrist, but it's mostly that elbow pulling back, right? So it's here, so I pull and I rotate. Pull that elbow back, rotate, okay? Pull that elbow back, rotate. Okay, rotate. So feel nice and smooth. You should not bang your wrist. All right. Every time, strong, clean. Should feel nice and smooth. You should be ready for the next move, which whether that's a press or a squat, whatever you're gonna do. All right. Right from the clean, right into that rack position. That's the next part of it is once you're up, rack position, vertical. Your arm should be vertical. Shouldn't be here or shouldn't be way out here, which isn't good for the shoulder. So I'll set it down. It should not be out here. That's going to pull my shoulder. That's going to rotate my shoulder out. That's not safe. All right. You don't want to be here or here. You want to be nice and racked. And this is how you know you're in the right position when you're in the top of the rack position, all right? So, key takeaway here, remember this. Okay, once you're in the rack, your wrist is straight, no bent wrist back or forward. It's nice and straight, vertical. This is how you know you open your fingers, you can wiggle your fingers, and the ball is sitting right here between your thumb, your fingers, it's hanging out there. All right, that's the rack position. That's how you know when you're in the right position. All right, so nice vertical forearm, straight wrist, not bent back, straight, so I can open my fingers. Wiggle, I know I'm in that position. Strong wrist, straight wrist, or strong wrist, remember that as well. Vertical forearm, that's how I'm in the rack, and I'm ready to press, or what I'm gonna do, you squeeze the bell handle, and you do what you're gonna do, all right? So, that's the clean, up to that vertical rack position. And then on the way down, we're just going to reverse the order. We're just going to pull that elbow back again, let it roll down. All right, that's the end. That's the last part. So you're pulling that elbow back. All right, rack position. Again, power. Nice and smooth. Should feel smooth, all right? Last, how do I get it back down? I reverse, like I said. I'm pulling my elbow back a little bit. I'm letting it roll down. My wrist is rotating inward, okay? So down. So I'm here. I'm rotating it in, up, in, okay? I'm just letting it roll back down, okay? So it's just a reverse of what we did to get it up. All right? Reverse. We just let it roll down, okay? Roll down, okay? You'll know if you're doing it right if the bell is facing, it rolls down. The bottom of the bell, the base of the bell, is going to be here. And it's going to roll and face the ground. It's not. It's wrong if it flips up and it's facing the sky. That's when you're flipping it. Okay. So watch the base. Watch this part of the bell. The bottom of the bell rolls down to the ground. Rolls back up. Down to the ground. Roll back up. All right. Okay. That's the kettlebell clean, dead clean from the floor. That's where I suggest you start. You can get into swing cleans, but that's going to be another video. This is just the dead stop clean. This is where you start with the clean, getting the one arm deadlift down first, clean that belt, getting that rotation. That's all you need to focus on right now, getting that down. You don't even have to go to the re-clean, swing clean, okay, until you're ready, until you have this down. You could always just set it on the ground, clean it every time. If you're doing an exercise or a workout that's clean, press, and then it says re-clean, instead of swing cleaning it, you could just set it down. Press. Set it down. press, dead cleans. All right? Until you get this technique down, stay here with the dead clean. All right? Another video, not this video, is going to do the swing clean and the little changes that you need to make when you're doing the swing clean as opposed to the dead clean. But focus on this, practice this, follow my 5-step system, the setup, bow by the feet, by the leg that you're going to clean it on, just like a deadlift. Getting that deadlift down. All right? The next part, pull that elbow back with that explosive power from that deadlift. Rack. Okay? Nice rack position. All right? And then, again, rotating that wrist. Part of that, pull elbow back, deadlift, rotate the wrist. It's all one simultaneous move. It takes practice. That's why I want you to just focus on this dead clean first from the floor before we do anything else. All right? So, set up. Wasn't sure what I was going to do. All right. First, we're going to do the deadlift. You get that down, deadlift, and then rotate, pull that elbow back. Again, from the side. See how my elbow comes back? I pull. That's how the bell starts. That's how I tell the bell, okay, I want you to rotate and roll around as I rotate my wrist around. Okay? And then, of course, at the top, you want to be in that vertical rack position. Wiggle those fingers. Nice vertical forearm, straight wrist, strong wrist. And then you rotate it down. Just repeat. All right? This exercise was a challenge for me when I started. I used to bang my wrists. I used to hit my wrists. I used to do all that. Most people do until you learn it to do it right. And that's why I'm here teaching you how to do this correctly so you don't have to bang your wrists. You don't have to go through that bruised wrists and wrist pads and all that stuff. You don't need all that. If you do these right, you don't need wrist pads when you're doing kettlebell training. You don't need that stuff. All right? So I want you to remember that. Proper technique is key. That's why I'm here showing you how to do this clean. Once you get this clean down, you can go do many of my other workouts, videos that I have on there that involve the clean, the press, the squat, whatever it is. And you can do it safely and confidently, knowing you're doing it confidently, that's what I meant, knowing you're doing it correctly without injuring yourself, bringing your forearms, or worried when it's going to bang that forearm. I see a lot of people doing the clean and then they're waiting for that, they're bracing for that impact in the forearm. It should not even get there. That means you're doing it wrong. I'm showing you how to do it right. Watch this video, practice this, start with the dead clean, get the one arm deadlift first. I have a video on that, check that out, get that down, and then go to the next steps, which will be pull that elbow back, rotate, boom, like I just said, vertical forearm, wiggle those fingers, rotate it down. It should be nice and rotated, all right? It should feel, last part here, like you're zipping up your jacket, all right? So as I pull, I'm zipping the jacket up, zipping it back down, zipping it back up, zipping it back down. It's like a zipper, okay? Zip, up, down, up, down, up, down. All right, zipping that jacket. So let's go zip those jackets, guys. Get these kettlebell cleans down. Practice this down. Let me know if you have any questions, any issues, any forearm banging, anything you want me to help you correct in the comments. Send me whatever you need help with. All right, I'm here to help you. I'm here to teach you how to learn how to do kettlebells correctly so you can start to gain all the benefits that kettlebells have to offer. Increased strength, increased mental strength, physical strength, fat burning, increased total body training, improved health, everything that comes along with it, and in a lot less time that you can do from anywhere. I mean, I'm here in my garage gym, one bell, that's all you need to start, all right? So let's get this down, guys. Look forward to hearing your feedback, hearing what you have, your experience with training with this, practicing this clean. So again, let me know if you have any questions. Happy training, happy practice. Practice this. It's going to be a workout. I mean, you're cleaning that bell up. It takes effort, all right? Any kettlebell exercise, it's taking effort, even if you're practicing it, all right? Practice it. You get better. You're going to get a workout in as a side benefit, all right? So practice this. Let me know if you have any questions. Look forward to hearing your feedback. And also, I'll see you in the next video. Let's get on this, man. Guys, let's get this down. Let's learn strong. Let's go for our goals. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the next video.